In today's video, we're going to go over some things that I wish I knew before starting Cities Skylines. Let's get building. Starting off with a classic water supply. By now, most of you probably know that you have to place the water intake upstream and the sewage drain downstream. This is simply to avoid the polluted water being sucked back up and pumped back into your city, causing everyone to get sick and die. In the game, you can actually see the way the water flows when you have the water intake selected. That way, there is no confusion and nothing will go wrong. Next up, we have office buildings which do not provide goods for your city. Yes, I am guilty of foolishly thinking that I can have a fully green city with no pollution from generic industry whatsoever. To be fair, that was way back in the day, almost before any of the DLCs dropped, and I was a very young, unexperienced player, finding that when zoning office buildings which unlock at the big town milestone, it would reduce my industrial demand. Since these office buildings do not produce any goods, all of those goods will have to be imported from out of town. That doesn't sound too bad, right? However, when I made that little mistake, I wondered why my city was drowning in traffic all of a sudden. Plain and simple, my city's road infrastructure was not laid out for all that cargo traffic. I was able to switch back to more generic industry and save my city, but it was quite the learning experience for sure. Get pedestrians off of the roads. Try to make sure your citizens leave their cars at home. Make it attractive for them to walk or bike through your city or to take public transportation. Connect popular and busy areas of your city with pathways, or if you have the Plazas and Promenades DLC, you can also use pedestrian roads. Just be sure to not place or zone any buildings, or they will need a pedestrian-only area with service point. I usually connect my residential areas with my industrial areas using pathways or pedestrian roads in order to help the citizens get to work without their car. And the good thing is, the Sims that ride their bicycle will also use these pathways or pedestrian roads. When it comes to public transportation, it's about the same as with the walkability. You want to connect the most busy areas with either buses, metro, or even trains. Personally, I love using metro since they can get up to speed pretty quick, so it's a fast way to get around town. Be sure to also have some overlaps with different types of public transportation to encourage line sharing. And as always, it's about making it easy for your citizens to get around town so they choose to leave their car at home. Separate industrial entrance and exit. The biggest enemy in the game is probably traffic. If your roads are clogged up with traffic, trucks can't supply your industry or your shops, and soon your residents will move out, collapsing your city. One thing I wish I knew before in the beginning is to have a separate entrance and exit from my industrial area to the highway. So basically, you want to add a simple slip lane from your highway, or in this case from the start of your city, to your industrial area, and of course back out. That way, trucks coming in from the highway wanting to do business with the industry do not have to go through the city in order to get there. And the same obviously goes for the way back out. Easy and simple, but has a huge effect on your traffic. And finally, we have take your time. This might be the most useful thing I just rediscovered for my playstyle. Not sure if this applies to every player, but if you're not speedrunning the game, I do recommend you take your time. When adding a new area to your city, try to envision it before you start with it. Have a look at the topography, and really think about how you want the area to be visually. Then, when you place your road layout, you can start to decorate various parts of that layout. For instance, how about a multi-layered area? How about using the make historical function to control what types of buildings spawn in? How about using some assets that you would usually place differently? Think outside the box when it comes to developing or beautifying an area. I just wish I would have always done it this way because this is so much fun. And now, with this knowledge, I recommend you check out some crucial tips for City Skylines right over here. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a great day and stay safe out there. Bye-bye.